Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about top 10 The Walking Dead comic Funko Pops that I want to see get made. Now, the thing with comic pops is, if you remember a few weeks ago I did a video talking about it was more like a top 30 basically of TV pops I wanted them to make for The Walking Dead. Now here's the thing, here's the difference between the comic and the TV show. They've actually made TV pops. They've never done comic pops for The Walking Dead, and I think it would be cool if they did, especially because you could basically release them twice. You could release one in color, one in black and white, because the covers are in color and then the insides of the comic are black and white, so you know, you can double your money. I mean, like, it's just paint swaps basically. Why not? They've done a couple Walking Dead black and white figures for the TV show, so you know, why not? Anyway, this intro's been going on long enough and I want to get to the top 10. So just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers for the comic book and maybe some for the show, so make sure you're caught up to season 9 episode 16 of the Walking Dead TV show, which is the newest episode at this point of recording, and issue 192 of the comic series. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. Let's go. Number 10. Okay, so I'm going to start off this top 10 with Mercer. Mercer is a pretty new character in the comic book. He was only introduced in issue 177, but ever since he's been introduced, he has just quickly become a very great character. He's very enjoyable, very likable. He's very interesting as well. I like his, conversations with Rick. I think, he has a really cool design for him and he would make an excellent pop. Maybe have his battle axes be in his hands, have the red armor on, the cool mohawk, maybe even have a gun on his back. Just, Mercer would be awesome, and from the looks of it, Mercer has already become a popular character amongst comic fans. It does seem like a lot of fans do like him, so it's all the more reason to make a figure based on him. Number 9. Okay, so the next character I want to say is Juanita the Princess Sanchez. Now here's the thing. This character is very divisive amongst Walking Dead fans. Some fans love her, other fans hate her. Me personally, I really like the character. I think she's cool, and I think she would also make a pretty cool pop because of her pink coat, the goggles, maybe even have her holding the gun, maybe in her other hand she's holding the spear. I think she would look really cool as a pop. The purple hair, because she dyed her hair, I think, as a pop she would just look really cool. So Funko, please make her into a pop, please, please, please. Number 8. Next up is the Governor. So yeah, the Governor is the first main antagonist of The Walking Dead. He definitely left his mark on this series, killing many characters and causing the deaths of many characters. He is definitely not a forgotten character. I think he would look really cool. Plus, I think you could get 2 figures out of him. One is just a ordinary Governor, maybe before he has any injury, and then a riot gear Governor where he's missing the arm, he has the eye patch, and he has the bandage over his ear. I think, make the riot gear one a store exclusive. I think that would be pretty cool. Number 7. Next up is going to be Maggie. Now, Maggie has been in the comics for a very long time, and I think it would be cool if maybe the figure is holding little baby Herschel. I think that would obviously, make a really unique pop. I mean, like, how many pops hold babies in their arms? So it'd be something different. So that'd be cool. Anyway, next. Number 6. So if we're going to add Maggie, we should add Glen as well, because they go together great. Glen's been in the comics for a long time now. Unfortunately though, the character is, was killed off in issue 100. But he's still a fan favorite character in the comic book, and I think it would be really nice to see him get made into a figure, especially with him wearing the hat, because that's iconic. So anyway, next up is number 5. Number 5. Okay, so next up is Eugene Porter. Eugene Porter has become one of the most important characters in the entire series, helping out with many things, finding a huge community, and helping make bullets and pretty much make life better for everyone. So it would be cool to get a Eugene. Number 4. Number 4 is going to be Michonne. Michonne has been one of the longest surviving characters in the comic book, a huge fan favorite, and definitely a well developed character, even going off into her own game series, which is canon to the comic story. So it would be nice to have one of the biggest characters of the comic made into a pop. So without further ado, let's go on to number 3. Number 3. Number 3 is going to be Carl Grimes. Carl Grimes is the son of Rick Grimes, the main character of the comic book series. He is definitely one of the most interesting characters of the series, a character that has grown a lot since the beginning of the series, and it would be cool to see him be made into a pop with his, missing eye. So I think that would be cool. Anyway, let's move on to number 2. Number 2. Number 2 is going to be Andrea. Andrea is my second favorite character in the comic books. She is absolutely awesome. She's one of the biggest characters of the series, and her death was probably, for me, the saddest of the comic book in issue 167. So to have a figure be made of Andrea would be absolutely awesome with the 2 scars across her face. So anyway, let's move on to number 1. Number 1. Number 1 is Rick Grimes, the main protagonist of the comic book series, first introduced all the way back in 2003 in issue number 1 of The Walking Dead. Rick is my all-time favorite character ever. I am sad to see him leave the comic now, seeing how he was killed off in the newest issue, issue 192, but he's left a great legacy behind him all the way back. So I would love to see a Rick figure, of course make one based around the way he looked when he was on the road with the bandage around the arm, the shaggy beard, the shaggy hair, maybe with a bloody shirt, a hatchet in one hand, well, nothing in the other because he doesn't have a second hand because the governor cut it off. So anyway, that was my list of top 10 The Walking Dead comic book characters I would like to see Funko make. As I said, make color versions of all these characters and black and white versions of all these characters. I think it'd be cool. I know there's a few characters I didn't mention, like Negan, Abraham, Pamela Milton, Alpha, Beta, Lydia, Sophia, and plenty others, but this was only going to be a top 10, so there were a few characters I would have to leave out. So thank you guys for watching this video. Goodbye.